This is Chapter 5, The Age of Secrets, from a story called The Immortals Society, written by Anonymous. Time in the penthouse drifted like slow water. Summer turned to autumn, then winter. Years passed, though Jack barely noticed. When everyone around you never changed, the seasons began to lose their meaning. He was 15 now, taller, sharper, restless. His parents looked exactly the same. Even their friends, other members of the society, moved through parties and boardrooms like frozen reflections, their perfect faces untouched by age. Jack pretended to fit in. He went to elite private schools, learned 3 languages, mastered piano. But beneath the surface, questions burned like small fires that refused to go out. The society's Manhattan quarters sat hidden behind the facade of an art museum. Once a month, Jack's father took him there, to learn our history, Adrian called it. The air inside smelled of marble and old secrets. Immortals drifted between glass cases displaying artifacts from every era. Jewelry from the Roman Empire, paintings from the Renaissance, microchips from the early internet, all owned quietly by the society. One evening, as his father discussed financial reports, Jack slipped away down a corridor lined with portraits. At the end stood an old woman, or what passed for old among the immortals. Her hair was white, but her eyes gleamed with ageless intelligence. "You're the Rowan boy," she said without turning, "the one who ran into the forest." Jack hesitated. "You know about that?" "I know everything that matters," she said. "I'm the archivist." He stepped closer. "Why do you keep all this stuff? The paintings, the documents. What's the point if you already live forever?" The archivist smiled faintly. "Because eternity is long, child. Memory is the only thing that gives it shape." Jack frowned. "Do you remember everyone?" "Everyone who's chosen to remain," she said. "And everyone who hasn't." Her eyes flickered toward him. "Your choice will come too, Jack Rowan, and you'll learn what every immortal eventually does. That living forever isn't the same as living." Back home, Jack went through his drawer one night and found the letter he'd written to Charlie years ago. He never mailed it. The envelope was yellowed, the ink faded. He unfolded it, read his childish handwriting, and felt the ache of time press against his ribs. She'd be 15 now, he thought. Maybe she'd forgotten me. He opened his laptop. The society monitored most of the world's digital networks, but Jack had learned things: how to hide traces, how to slip through firewalls. He searched for Charlotte, Birch Lake, Vancouver, and scrolled until the screen flickered with an image. There she was, standing beside a school rowing team, sun-kissed and grinning. The same eyes, same spark. Jack's heart jumped. He traced the photo with his fingertips. Then he did something reckless. He sent a message. Subject: remember Birch Lake? Hey Charlie, you probably don't remember me, but it's Jack. If this reaches you, write back, please. He hit send before he could lose his nerve. For days he waited. Nothing. Then one night, as the city slept below, a reply appeared. From charlotte.h@westshoreacademy.ca. Jack? You're real? I thought I dreamed you. He stared at the screen, hardly breathing. I never forgot, he typed. Did you tell anyone? No, I promised. They wrote until dawn, catching up on lost years, laughing about campfires and canoe races. But beneath the joy, a quiet dread grew in Jack's chest. If the society found out, they'd erase the connection. They erased everything that risked exposure. He encrypted their messages, hid them in layers of code. It became his secret life, nights spent talking with Charlie, days spent pretending he didn't know her name. The society trained its youth in continuance studies, philosophy, diplomacy, and the art of invisibility. They were taught how to blend in, how to build wealth that no one could trace, how to keep the world believing they were mortal. Jack excelled, but not for the reasons his tutors thought. He was searching for cracks in their perfection, for proof that immortality wasn't invincible. He found it one evening in a forbidden archive. A file marked the departed. Inside were the names of those who had once been immortal but had chosen to end it, not through aging, but by stepping away. It was called the final exit. He stared at the list, dozens of names, People who had lived centuries and simply walked into the sea, or vanished into mountains, or took one last breath and let the world claim them. His stomach turned. The society called them defectors, but their notes told another story, one of exhaustion, loneliness, the hunger for an end. Immortality isn't about living forever, one had written. It's about learning how to keep dying inside and still wake up. Jack closed the file and knew, if he chose this path, there would be no going back. One evening, his father called him into the study. The skyline burned gold behind him. "You're almost 16, Adrian said. It's time you started attending the council meetings." Jack nodded, though his pulse raced. The council, the society's ruling circle, met in secret once a year. Even many immortals didn't know where. The meeting took place in a villa overlooking Lake Como, hidden beneath layers of security. Jack stood at his father's side as the council gathered, men and women who had ruled empires, designed technologies, altered history from the shadows. The chairwoman spoke first. "We are eternal because we are disciplined. Our secrecy protects us all. Let none forget that." Her gaze lingered on Jack, especially the young. Jack bowed his head, pretending respect while his thoughts churned. He could feel the weight of centuries pressing down, the smell of perfume and ambition. He thought of Charlie, her laughter, her freckles, her world that moved forward while this one stayed frozen. And for the first time, he wondered if immortality might just be another kind of death. That night, back in New York, he messaged Charlie again. "I saw something today, a place where time stands still. It made me think of the lake, of how water kept moving." Her reply came minutes later. "You sound sad. Maybe time standing still isn't what people think it is. Maybe it's just another way of disappearing." Jack smiled faintly. "Maybe you're right. When I'm 25, I have to make a choice. If I choose wrong, promise you'll remember me." There was a long pause. Then, "Always." He looked out over the city, lights blinking like constellations below the clouds. Somewhere out there, she was alive, growing, changing, becoming. And for the first time since his rescue, Jack felt something new rising inside him. Not fear, not rebellion. Hope. That was Chapter 5, The Age of Secrets, from a story called The Immortals Society, written by Anonymous. Thank you so much for listening, and we'll see you again next time.